to the Global Presentation Show, Bring It On. I'm your hostess, SHIN. It feels like only yesterday that we started our new season, but already today is our last preliminary round. So today, get ready to learn about the different culture, tradition, system, and history that make up our colorful world. Let's start by saying hello to our judges. He is the toughest judge in the Bring It On history, but that's why we love him. Hello, Ilya.
Hi, everyone. I'm very glad to be here today, and I wish all the good luck to you guys.
Now, some viewers tune in just to see her smile, so flash us that $1 million smile, Amy. We thought he'd be the giving judge, but he's not that generous with the buzzer. Let's say hello to Robin.
Hello everyone, so today too I will try to be not that kind, so yeah, good luck to everyone anyway.
And we have a very special guest judge today, last season champion. Welcome back, Zahid.
Thank you, and it's really great to be back here with you guys as a judge now. So I'll wish you guys best of luck.
So what'd you do with all the prize money?
Yeah, that's a good
I
question.
paid for my MBA fee.
Oh, okay, so a little
Yeah.
bit smarter.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Bring It On Season 4. We have continental representatives in each round of the preliminaries, and today is the last one. We have 3 presenters representing Korea, Hungary, and Brazil. Let's say hello to them. First, Jieun representing the beautiful nation of Korea. Welcome.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you guys.
And Janos from Hungary. Welcome to our show.
Hi.
Hi. And from the passionate soccer-loving country, Brazil, we have Jieun. Welcome to our show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, as usual, we have 3 excellent presenters. Jieun, I hear that you are a TV presenter in Korea. Am I right?
Yeah.
Should I be intimidated?
Today I'm gonna focus on my presentation, so please don't afraid of me.
Okay, that is a relief. So, Jieun, I hear that you brought a special game for us.
Yeah, actually I heard that many of you are already very good at Korean, so I wrote some kind of jaw-breaking sentences. But I want to choose just one, as you can see on the screen maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with first.
Tongue twister.
And you can repeat after me.
Okay.
So, 내가 그린 기린 그림은 긴 기린 그림이고 네가 그린 기린 그림은 안 긴 기린 그림이다.
Wow.
Can you do
Wow.
it?
내가 그린 그림은 긴 그림이고 네가 그린 다시 할게요. 잠깐만요.
No,
One
the
more
point
time.
of this, the point of this exercise is to say it in one sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do it.
So your chance is up. Sorry. Robin, it's up. Zahid,
All right.
would you give it a try?
내가 그린 그림은 긴 그림이야. I was going right.
Amy.
내가 그린 끼끼꼬.
She didn't even try. Okay,
pass it.
moving on. Ilya.
내가 그린 기름은
Was either better?
And Aya.
Okay. 내가 그린 기린 그림은 긴 기린 그림이고 네가 그린 기린 그림은 안 긴 기린 그림이다.
Right.
Aya, I think your job is safe. You have nothing to worry about.
You're safe.
Okay, that was fun.
Yeah, it's
Jieun.
really fun. Korean is actually very, easy to learn and it's very fun. So let's try to study Korean more harder than
Okay.
before.
Yeah, do you guys have any in your language? French, Russian? Sure.
Кларо, Карло, Крало, Карала, а Карл, Клару, Крокорне.
What now?
You just sound drunk.
That's a tongue twister in Russian.
In Russian?
Really?
What does it mean?
Well, random thing. It's just the words with a similar pronunciation repeated again and again.
Oh, okay. What about in Pakistan? Do you have any?
Yeah, we do have a lot of them, and I think I'll try one. I'm not good at it, but चंदू के चाचा ने चंदू की चाची को चांदनी चौक पे चांदनी I got lost.
Well, there's so many
really hard,
tongue
yeah.
twisters
Yeah.
in so many countries. It's all fun. Yeah, that was a fun exercise. Jane from Brazil. I heard that for Brazilians, it's second nature. The samba is second nature.
Yes,
That's true.
samba.
That's true. That's a true statement.
Yeah, of course. We invented samba. Samba is our main dance, and I'm going to show you today.
Oh, you're going to show us? Okay, come on up. Every week on Bring It On, we have a new theme and 3 different items from 3 different countries. Today's theme is, let's check it out. Today's topic is national treasures. Now, every country has its list of national treasures and ways to protect them. We will be talking about that today. But first, what do our viewers think of today's topic? We went out to the streets to find out. Let's watch. Global interactive presentation show, Bring It On. We have our very own smartphone application so we can hear your voice. In season 4, we count the votes live in the studio so we can hear your voice better. You get to choose your favorite item.
I chose B, number 1, because I like dogs.
I voted for C and because it's interesting.
Okay, we choose A because we're interested in the Korean language.
I choose B because I didn't know a dog.
I picked option 2 because it's a dog. I choose C, Brazilian martial arts. I chose item C because I work in South America and really like to dance.
I chose A because I think language is the most important part of the culture.
So I chose the language.
I picked item A.
Korean language is really unique and it's easy to learn.
We had some very interesting comments. I heard the word dog, right, and the Korean language. Now, what does that have to do with national treasures? I'm curious to find out. Let's move on to the countries that are being presented today. Hungary, Janos. What about Hungary?
Did you hear about Mangalitsa pigs?
No, I did not.
They are national treasure too.
They're actually pigs, like the pigs? The pigs.
And
Oh.
I believe one of oldest blondie pig.
But it's like a mix between a pig and like
a sheep.
A sheep.
Yeah.
No,
Sheep pig.
honestly, it's very similar to the Korean black jeju.
Is it as delicious?
So it has a hair and is living outside, not too much fat, so lots of good quality meat on it.
What about Brazil? Anything unique in Brazil?
Well, we have a few treasures, but I think the most popular ones must be coffee and Pelé.
Pele, as in
Coffee
the
and
soccer
what?
player?
Yes.
Pele.
Oh.
Pele, yeah. A person could be a treasure. Yeah.
A a person can be a national
that's
treasure,
true.
right? That's true.
Like Ban Ki-moon in Korea.
Right. Oh, that's him right there.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Pele.
Wow.
He's a legend.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
the best soccer player in the world.
So that was Pele right there. What about in Korea, Jieun?
Actually, we have a lot of national treasures, but we have a city named Gyeongju. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
I'm going there tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the first time ever.
It's a city of national treasures. So you can see many, many valuable treasures there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we even have some kind of tours named stamp tours. So you can get some stamps whenever you visit the famous places in Gyeongju. So after winning something, you can get some present, right? Did you get that?
I didn't get that before, but like I visit all like the
really?
Buddhism stuff.
Yeah, this is a virtual
other
tour
places,
right
yeah.
here.
But I want to know what to eat when I go there. It's always about the food.
You can just eat Korean food there.
What kind of Korean food? Like bibimbap?
Bibimbap or 된장국. Everything can be fine.
Now, there are so many different national treasures, and I can't wait to find out more what our presenters prepared for us today. So we are about to begin our competition. This is the last preliminary round, but first, here are the rules. And this is how our scoring system works. From the judges, 40%. From the studio audience, 10%. Bring It On application, 30%. And the talkback session counts for 20% of the total score. Now, the application vote counts for 30% of the total score. So obviously, your opinion matters on our show. Log on to the Bring It On application and vote for your favorite item. But if you're watching us on television, please remember that voting for next week will be open. If you're watching the studio recording live via the Arirang TV website or YouTube, please remember to vote, but also send in your comments and suggestions. We love to hear from you. Now let's start the competition. We'll be starting our presentations, and today, Jieun will be starting us off. Her item is about the Hunminjeongeum preservation project. Jieun, you have 3 minutes. But before we begin, we have a special video message just for you. Let's watch.
I just want to wish her good luck, and I'm sure she did a lot of preparation. And just remember to have fun, have confidence, and if you want Elia's vote, use a lot of numbers in your presentation, and I'm sure you'll get his vote. All right? Fighting!
Hello everyone, I'm Sophie Shin from Korea. Today I'm going to introduce Korean's national treasures. So let's start with short quiz. You're going to guess what I'm talking about from now on. John Mann, British History of Science, once said in his book that it is the best alphabet that all the languages have dreamed of, and it can express the greatest number of phonetic transcription. The answer is, of course, the proud alphabet for Korean, Hangeul. Korean actually didn't have our own character, so they used Chinese, but it has so many problems at the time. So King Sejong, as you can see, wanted to invent our own characters, so he made Hunminjeongeum in 1443. So it is very first version of Hangeul at that time, and Korean is very proud of Hangeul every time and every moment. So today's topic is Hunminjeongeum. It is the book. It's talking about how to pronounce and how to say Korean word. We South Korean actually designated as National Treasure number 70 in 1962. And not only designated as a national treasure, we also displayed in the museum, and it is legally protected by government. We also have Hangeul Day. It is National Commemorative Day for, protecting and making more globalized, languages. So UNESCO also listed it as the memory of World Register list. Korean government is really eager to, pronounce and globalize Hangeul to the world. So we can see many kind of Hangeul festival all through the year. So we can see some kind of, festivals and flash mobs, and we can some kind of Hangeul handwriting contest for foreigners. Actually, efforts to cherish Hangeul to the world, went further these days. So Google used Hangeul Korean logo on Hangeul Day, and we also have some kind of clothes, using Hangeul on its clothes. And UNESCO selected Hangeul as the alphabet for 2,900 spoken languages that do not yet have a written form. Actually, Korean really loves Hangeul, and Korean is very scientific letter, but with a lot of efforts of Korean descendants, it will always be a source of pride for Koreans. Thank you.
Thank you, Jieun, for your presentation. Now I turn to our judges for some questions. Who would like to start us off? Amy, yes.
Excellent presentation.
Thank you.
I have one question. You mentioned a lot of ways to bring Hangeul to the world, but in your opinion, what is the best way to expose Hangeul to the world?
Actually, I interviewed an artist before, and he just drew a map of 35 different countries in the world with tiny little Korean alphabet. Its length is about 1 centimeter, and it's kind of artistic work, right? So I think the best way to expand our territory using Hangeul is using artistic, spirits.
Yeah, great answer. Okay, that's a unique way. Thank you, Jieun. Next question.
I would like to know for you, what is like the charm of Hangeul? Why, like I know these days a lot of even in the US, it's kind of a boom, like learning Korean and learning the Korean language. So why do you think? What are the charms of the Korean language?
Yeah, actually, I think it's the best merit of learning Korean is it's really easy. So when you type on YouTube how to learn Korean, some foreigners actually write down like this, how to learn Korean in 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute. So I think it's the great, merit of learning Korean.
Because it's easy?
Yeah.
I think that could also translate into being very scientific. It's a scientific language, so it's very easy to learn. Okay, thank you for your answer. I'll take the next question.
I think...
Zahid, you look so nervous. You're not presenting.
You're not presenting,
You're not presenting. You're a judge today.
Yeah, the studio is giving me the feeling of being over there. Yeah, like the Hunminjeongeum, that the word you used for... because I'm a little bit in the history and the etymology of the thing. So what it actually means in Korean, Hunminjeongeum, what is the word Hunmin and Jeongeum, 2 words together? Why you gave this name to the book initially?
Actually, when Sejong invented the word, the reason was very simple. Because Chinese characters were really hard to learn, right? So he just wanted people to learn easy. So because there were many crimes, because they couldn't read the books, ethnic books. So King Sejong wanted to educate them. So that's exactly what it means. It's just, teaching, the culture and the way to live through this alphabet.
Okay, right, thank you.
Okay, our judges asked some questions. I turn to our studio audience if they have any. Studio audience, do you have any question for Jieun? Raise your hand, please. Yes.
I'm wondering about one thing. Since the day that Hangeul was made, has it changed so far, or it remained exactly the same?
Yeah, it's a really good question. Actually, we have 28 characters at first, but now we are using just 24 alphabets. It changed a lot, but the basic point is the same.
Okay, thank you. That's all the time we have for questions. Now it's time to vote. Let's start with our studio audience. Studio audience, please get out your smartphones and get ready to vote. And now it's our judges' turn to vote. What will it be? Please get ready to vote in 3, 2, 1. Press the buzzer.
So quiet in here. Why is it so
hard.
quiet?
Why did you try to vote?
Okay, 1 out of 4. Only Amy voted for Jieun. Let's hear why. Amy?
Why not, Korea haters? What's wrong with you?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's harsh. That's
I
harsh.
said it. No, I think it was a great presentation. It was very well organized. The slides were super simple, and she had a very sweet delivery. Why not?
Robin, why did you not vote for Jieun?
Actually, I was kind of curious about the scientific way of doing the Hangeul. So
I can explain.
it's too late now.
Oh, don't cry, Robin.
Our topic for today is just preservation.
Like that's why,
right?
like
Yeah.
this is like the main. That's why I asked you about the charm of Korea, of the Hangeul,
yeah.
and you kind of answer it, but I wanted more like specific, like what about like the place of the tongue in the mouth and stuff. So it kind of missed the point of the presentation. That's why I didn't vote for you. I'm sorry.
Don't cry. Okay, what about you, Zahid?
I wanted to vote because her delivery was very sweet and very cool. But the thing is, like, she had 3 minutes, and I think she finished like quite early. And I feel like she could have give us more data in the remaining time. So that was what made me like not go for it. Sorry for that.
Don't cry.
It was good, guys. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, you two are kind of sorry, but Ilya is just there. Like, I didn't vote. Why do you not vote?
I will not go into cry. No.
It's a hard guy.
Well, that was a weak presentation. The delivery was not very strong, but moreover, I didn't like the presentation itself because it was completely out of the point. You were talking about, because Hangul, I'm kind of related to Hangul. I'm a linguist myself, so I have some kind of knowledge in this area. You didn't talk about Hangul at all. You didn't talk why is it scientific, how exactly Emperor Sejong invented it, why he invented it. You didn't even answer the question what Hunminjeongeum is. You didn't translate those characters. So for that reason, for me, it's obvious no.
Our judges have a lot of tough love today. So only Amy voted for Jieun, 1 out of 4. Let's find out what our studio audience thought of Jieun's presentation. Here are the studio points for Jieun. From the judges, 10 points, and from our studio audience, 4 points for a total of 14 points from the studio. Now, we're still taking the votes from our online application, so if you liked Jieun's presentation, please go on to our application and vote for Jieun.
Actually, you know, I just focused on preservation projects, so I didn't focus scientific fact at all. So if I knew the facts before I prepared it, I wish I could have been more good on my presentation. But it's okay. I had a lot of fun. So thank you all.
Next up, we have Janus from Hungary. His item is Hungary's famous sheep herding dog. But before we hear from him, here's a message from his supporters.
Come on, Janos, we will cross our fingers. You will win this competition. So, hajrá, Janos! Hajrá, Jani!
Today I'm going to present a very unique Hungarian treasure called Commander. Actually, I'm already introduced myself. My name is János, I'm from Hungary. In my presentation, I'm trying to answer 3 questions. What is the Hungarian national treasure? Why is the Commander national treasure? How we protect the Commander? The national treasure actually is my simplified definition, part of our history, part of our culture, and available in Hungary. We have many kinds of national treasure. One is the Commodore. Commodore is a guarding dog. Is a very strong and robust body have. Little bit the history. The Commodore originally from Asia, also Hungarian from Asia. We was a nomadic Asian nation. In the 9th century, we arrived to Europe. Of course, we brought our animals. After 1545, in a Hungarian codex, the Commodore, and 2004 it became national treasure. Why Commodore is national treasure? Because the behavior. Let's see the behavior.
Once upon a time, there was a dog named Commodore, and she had a duty to protect livestock from predators. During the World Wars, predators started to disappear gradually. She lost her job. She tried such as police, hunting, or military dog, but everything failed. Meanwhile, there was a lion cub that was abandoned by mother in the zoo. She got the new job as nanny dog, and she did a great work. Finally, they lived happily ever after.
Okay, so the Commodore is a perfect family member, very loyal and smart dog. Also, other side, the Commodore give 100% protection all kind of attackers. And Commodore is a powerful worker, 24 hours available. And as a bonus, the Commodore is weatherproof. The Commodore population getting less year by year. 2011, only 261 newborns Commodore registered. Right now, around 6,000 Commodores we have in Hungary, so we need to protect them. The government actually indirect way protecting the Commodores with laws, with programs, business programs, and with registration is very important. More protection giving the non-profit organization like Hungarian Commodores Club, Hungarian Commodores Organization, also registering a dog and take care of the DNA protection and doing many kind of promotion, exhibition, supporting the dog owners and creating communities. But the best protection, be Hungarian dog owners and save the Hungarian dogs. Thank you.
Wow, right on time. Thank you for your presentation on the Commodore. Who doesn't like dogs, right? Yeah. So let's hear some questions. Okay. Amy, would you like to start us off?
Sure, why not? Great presentation. I never knew about this dog before. I kind of want one. Yeah. Two-part question. One, can I get one? Where could I get one? And two, what is the government doing to protect this breed?
So, yeah, you can get, if you're traveling to Hungary.
So I have to go there to get it?
Yeah, and you can buy it, or, yeah, it's easy. The government protecting, I said, indirect way, so mostly with law and with dog registration system. So we can follow the dogs, the dog mothers and the old dog, and it's really important to registering the dog.
For the breeding of the dogs
all dog,
as well?
Actually, all dog in Hungary have a own ID book and the microchip in the ear. So we can scan the dogs, where from the dogs, what the dog history. So it's very important. But mostly, I said, is the non-profit organization take care of the dog DNA and matching dogs and trying to make a clean Commodore. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll take the next question.
So it's the national treasure of Hungary, right? So
yes.
Do you use it as a symbol in other, I don't know, like government or on some kind of flag, or do you really use it as a representation of Hungary?
Yeah, actually we have 9 kind of dogs, and not just this dog came with us long time ago. Of course, we're using some symbols, but not like an official symbol. So it's not a very strong symbol, but symbol.
Okay, so everybody loves dogs. We have such a high participation rate. Okay, but that's enough for questions, and it's time to vote. Let's start with our studio audience. Studio audience, please get out your smartphones and get ready to vote. And now our judges. Did you guys make up your minds? Please do so in 3. Please do so in 3, 2, 1. Press the buzzer. Zahid is first to press the buzzer. And Robin.
Oh.
And it has stopped.
Come
2
on,
out of 4.
guys. Amy, come on. That
2
was...
out of 4. And yes, Amy, I'm surprised. Amy, why did you not vote this time?
I love dogs. I love this topic. It's something I've never heard of before. I'm just not excited. I didn't feel like your passion behind it. And I think a lot of the other presenters are going to have a lot more boom to offer us.
Yeah, it's possible.
If that makes any sense. So I think it deserves 2 votes, but not 3.
What about you, Ilya?
Well, it's, as you said before, it's the last round of preliminaries, and even if you don't want it, we kind of compare you with other presentators. And this presentation was not very strong.
Okay. But why did Janusz deserve your point, Zahid?
I think the way he presented, it's like he first defined the thing that he's going to talk about, and then he defined the way the government is trying to protect this thing. So, and then he answered the questions really great. I don't think it's a not vote presentation.
Okay. And Robin?
Like Ilya said, like there is a lot of flaws. We all noticed it, but I think that you get the point of the presentation right. Like it was really clear. So next time, please work like it was kind of too rushed. Like only like you were just like pushing like all the images. Like we didn't get the time to understand all of this. But yeah, next time work on this and yeah.
Give me more time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, our judges gave out some pointers for next time, but will there be a next time for Janusz? Let's find out. Here are the studio points for Janusz. From the judges, 20 points. And from our studio audience, 7.5 points for a total of 27.5 points from the studio. Now, your votes from our application are still coming in. So if you liked Janusz's presentation about the cute dog, the Commodore, please log on to our application and vote for Janusz.
Yeah, my feel is good. I think I did a great job. It was really short time, and really short time I had to explain everything. The topic was not too easy, and I said the short time. So anyway, I'm going to fight, and I get more points.
Our last presenter is Jieun from Brazil. We've already had a sneak peek at what her presentation is about, so let's hear more. But first, we have a special video message from her supporters. Let's watch.
My sister, we love you. You are amazing. Go fight and win. What's up, Jieun? Estamos torcendo por você. Você consegue. Uhul! We are here to support Jane because she's a great girl, and I'm sure she's gonna be the best one there. Janie, fighting!
Hello everyone, I'm Jieun from Brazil, and today I'm going to talk about a subject that I'm very passionate about it. And the subject is capoeira. As you can see, these are some of the movements of capoeira, of the fight. And to know more, I went to Brazil to practice. Yes, I went there. I tried to do the movements. Here you can see in the video, but I was not good at it. It was really hard, I would say it. They use a lot of the upper body and the lower body to kick, and both, they're always doing this movement that is called the ginga, that is literally bouncing back and forth. There's a lot of different ways to talk about capoeira, but I would say that it's a martial art that combines elements of fight, music, acrobacy, and rituals in a very elegant and magnetic way. It's performed by two people, and is often called a game. Here are the main instruments that are used in the music: the pandeiro, the agogô, the atabaque, and the berimbau. The berimbau is the most important one, and with the berimbau, you can know the rhythm that you can do the capoeira. The origin of this sport is what makes me more interested about it. It was invented also with the history of Brazil around 500 years ago with the African slaves. They were brought to Brazil to do all the work, and they were put in very, very bad condition. And all that they have to set themselves free was their body. So they were trying to pretend that they were dancing, but they were actually trying to do the fight against the Portuguese, sorry. So before, capoeira was considered an art of rebellion. It was the way of the African slaves to set themselves free. Because of that, capoeira was prohibited in Brazil and was considered illegal because it was very, very dangerous. But finally, in 1932, Mestre Bimba, he decided to officialize the sport, and he created the first martial arts school. And how do you do it? People, they get together in the circle, as you guys saw, and the participants, they sing the songs and they clap their hands, and the two capoeiristas, they enter and they start to do the movements that you guys saw before. And why is it a treasure to the world? Because it was considered intangible cultural heritage of Brazil by UNESCO. People come to Brazil because they want to learn our art, they want to know more about what is capoeira. They learn our language, they learn about our culture, and it's also practiced in over 160 countries. And it gave the soul to the Brazilian soccer. Because of capoeira, we are very good at the soccer. We know how to do the ginga, we know how to trick the opponents. So we are very, very grateful to capoeira. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane, for your presentation. Let's take some questions. Judges.
Okay, so I know for a fact that you talked about the African slave, and I know for a fact that there are similar styles of martial arts in Africa, like in Angola or in some of those countries. So how are they different? Do you know the difference between the martial arts in Africa and the martial arts in Brazil?
Yes, thank you for your question. Actually, the African slaves, they bought this style that was called capoeira Angola. But the Brazilian way is a little bit more different. We use the music, and we use our own type of ginga, because it has to look like a dance. So it was a little bit different from the original fighting style, because they have to disguise as a dance. So they could not just do it like, stop it. It has to be always moving.
So that's why it's only Brazilian.
Yes, exactly. Okay. But also, after Capoeira Angola, we have the Capoeira Regional that was bought with Mestre Bimba, and we have also the Capoeira Contemporary, which is a new, different style. Like, everybody can do their own ways of capoeira. They can use as a game, they can use as a martial art, is their own interpretation as well.
Okay. I'll take the next question. Is that he? Yes.
Yeah, because you said it's now being done in a lot of countries. What ways did your government use to promote this to other countries, this martial art?
Well, I think what promotes more, to be honest, I believe is the streets. Like, when people come to Brazil, it's very easy to see capoeira all around, like in the beach, when you're walking, in the square, anywhere. So the people saw it and they got very interested about it. But because of UNESCO, it's much more popular.
Okay, so that's all the time we have for question and answer. Now it's time to vote. Let's start with our studio audience. Studio audience, please get out your smartphones and get ready to vote. Our studio audience have voted. Now let's turn to our judges. Judges, if you liked Jane's presentation, get ready to vote. Your vote becomes final on my count of 3. Your vote becomes final on my count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Press the buzzer. Press the buzzer.
What?
Wow.
Okay.
That's obvious. That's obvious.
3 out of 4, highest score yet. Everybody except for Ilya voted for Jane. Let's hear why. Ilya, you did not vote at all today.
Yes, that's very common to me.
Yeah, that's true.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, thanks for admitting that, by the way.
Yeah. Well, the presentation was very good. I like the delivery. I like how informative it was. However, the topic of today's presentation is the national treasure and how government promotes it. And in your presentation, you never ever even said word government. There was nothing about promotion in capoeira or how can foreigners approach this kind of martial art. So for that reason, for me, the presentation was slightly off the topic. For that reason, no from me.
What about you, Zahid?
Well, I agree with Ilya about the government thing, but that's why I asked the question, and I somehow got a little bit answer from there because she said about the UNESCO, and because UNESCO is all over the world, so that's how you know about it. And yeah, the presentation itself was a complete presentation, and I liked it. The philosophy behind martial art and everything was fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I like the dancing.
I liked it too.
What about you, Robin? Why did you give your vote to
Yeah, for me
Jane?
it was a really great presentation. I like the fact that you didn't tell that capoeira is only a martial arts. You speak about the background of it, and it's more of a cultural point of view. So I like that. And I think she answered your question too. She answered the way the best way to promote capoeira is in the street. So that's the main point of it. So yeah, nothing to say, nothing bad to say about this presentation.
Okay, so Jane got 3 votes out of 4. Highest score yet. What did our studio audience think of Jane's presentation? Here are the studio points for Jane. From our judges, 30 points, and from the studio audience, $9.5 points for a total of 39.5 points.
Well, actually, I'm very happy about the result. I'm not surprised that Ilya didn't vote for me. But yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very glad I got a lot of points, so nothing bad to talk about it.
Now that is a pretty high score from the studio, but we don't know the results yet because we still have that 30%, and that comes from you. So please log on to our application and vote for your favorite presenter. That counts for, like I said, 30% of the total score. Now, in the meantime, our presenters will have to fight for that bonus 20 points. That's right, it's time for the talk back. It's time for the talk back. Now, we gave our presenters a chance to attack and fight back, and we've already witnessed some heated discussions. Now, the studio audience give 10 points, and the judges the other 10 points for a total of 20 points. It's going to be an all-out war for that extra 20 points. You have 3 minutes to outwit your rivals. You know what to do. Your time starts now.
Okay, as a worst presenter, I want to ask you the question first.
Me.
You know, it's commander. It's a living thing, right?
Yeah.
Dog, right?
Yeah, it's a dog.
Korean alphabet is...
I didn't understand much about any
Korean
of them.
alphabet
Because
is not living things. So what point?
I explained what's the national
If
treasure.
it
The national
stinks-
treasure
if it
is
stinks,
our part
what
of our
should you
history.
bring?
Our history part. This dog protected us and worked with us. So it's very strongly belong to us.
In that
Can I
case-
ask something? How you protect your
In
government
that case,
Korean
we
language?
have Jindo dog,
Why have a lot of
national
English word
monument,
in the
national-
Korean
this kind of
language?
national monument.
Can you answer for me? I answer for you.
Yeah, okay, pardon me.
How protecting the government the Korean language if so much English word in the Korean language?
Yeah, actually, I already mentioned about this. We, invented this alphabet, Korean alphabet, and we made a lot of, artistic products, and we made a lot of
Okay,
some
that's
kind
not
of.
an answer.
But you also
What's meaning
Yeah.
capoeira? Can you talk about it? What is exactly
I
mean
already
capoeira?
spoke for 2 minutes and
you
30
didn't talk about it.
seconds.
What exactly
Yes,
the
I
capoeira,
did. Maybe you didn't pay
meaning?
attention to it.
Where from this name? Can you talk about
Actually,
it? I
every
didn't-
nation has
history
its
documents
own
are
kind of
lost.
living things
Let's
as
listen.
their
Yeah,
national
exactly.
monument.
All of them
Exactly,
they
right?
have.
Yeah, so
Maybe I would
it's
say
not,
my cat is my
actually, it's
treasure.
not.
You don't have a national treasure anymore.
Of
In
course,
Korea?
we have. We
Yeah,
have
Hungary
Dindo
has
Dog,
too, that's all.
national
Yeah, there's
monument,
a lot
but
of
so
animals
that is
out
why
there.
I want to
Brazil is
ask
a
you a
country that's
question.
very rich
please,
of
just please
animals
answer what
in the
exactly
rainforest.
meaning the capoeira, the name. Where from this name? You didn't
Well,
say.
I told you that a lot of history documents are lost, but it's believed that
Lost, of course.
capoeira comes from the Tupi, where it's the area of Brazil.
So it's
that's
a hip hop
capoeira.
rap.
Actually,
Something,
every
I
nation
understand.
has
You
some
see,
kind of
I know.
national treasures, right? But the point here is we invented Korean alphabet.
Yeah.
The other thing is actually influenced by others, or you bring
Yeah, but-
your dog from Asia, right?
Yeah, it's from
And-
Asia.
Yeah,
It's almost like an Asian
and
treasure.
actually
It's
dancing
not
in that
Asian.
case.
We are from Asia too. So.
Yeah,
But you,
but that's
how about
the
the
point.
capoeira?
I
From
know,
Africa, you
alphabet is
African?
Asia is a very-
Korean alphabet is
No,
invented.
honestly,
It's
you
kind of
say-
Why
invented.
is it?
You say the
Why
African
you say
slave,
just your country?
African slave
It's
dance. So it
Asian.
was Brazil dance or African slave dance? You are
We are
African slave or what?
influenced by Africa. We are
So now-
colonized by Portugal, but
I'm from Asia and I
the
bring my
Portuguese,
dog.
they bought the African slaves, so we mix of everything.
Actually,
then bring my dog.
I already saw your two presentation and it was really good. But
Thank you.
the point here is Korean alphabet is not living thing. It is not. Of course, it was done
Yeah,
by
I don't think it's a
people,
I have a
but
language
it's
too, Hungarian
invention.
language.
It's
I don't
invention,
understand
and the
what you're
other
talking
two is
about it.
actually, in my opinion, is
But you
not
guys don't have
invention
capoeira.
at all.
I'm sorry. You guys have the language, you have the animal, but you
Yeah.
guys don't
Oh,
have
do you
capoeira.
have?
You don't
Do you
have to.
have any? Do you have any?
Do you know what's meaning the
special?
capoeira?
Five,
You didn't
four,
answer.
three,
I did it.
two,
Answer for me. Why
one.
don't you answer for
Time's
me?
up. Please stop talking.
Wow, it was really crazy talkback. The girls was amazing, fighting well. We'll see. So I hope the best.
It was very tough, actually. I felt like I should have talked more, but they kept like talking. But yeah, I tried to defend myself and I tried to protect it. I think it was fail for me. But anyway, it was really interesting. So maybe it was really helpful for me.
Wow, you three really used that 3 minutes to attack. That was a good
Not really.
example of what a talkback should be. Now it's up to our judges and our studio audience to award that extra 20 points. So judges, please huddle up and make your decision. All right, judges. Who deserves your extra 10 points? Who will make the announcement?
All right.
Zahid.
Yeah, that's
Yay.
great. All right. We actually had all of us, we voted for the same person because that person did a really good job. And the vote from the judges, the 10 points goes to drum roll. Janos from Hungary. There you go.
So all of you voted for Janus.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, yeah, we
Okay.
did. Because he was managing the time properly, and he raised two very good points from the opponent's presentation. At the same time, he defended the questions towards him very nicely, so he deserved the 10 points.
Now let's find out our studio audience 10 points. The 10 points from our studio audience goes to... Janus as well.
Really obvious.
So that extra 20 points all went to Janus. We will be back with the final results shortly, so stay tuned. It's time to hear the verdict. I have the final results in my hand. We've added all the points from our judges, our studio audience, our application, and that extra 20 points. Today is the 6th and the last preliminary round. Whoever finishes last place today will be eliminated from the competition. Let's start from the bottom. Coming in 3rd place today is Jieun. We're sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay?
Yeah, because I had a great fun here. And the worst thing is I didn't bring good point of Korean alphabet Hangul, so actually Korean alphabet is really good alphabet, so I'm so sorry, Korean.
But we did learn a lot from you, so thank you for your presentation. How about we give a big round of applause to Jieun? One of these two presenters will be named today's winner. Now, Jane got the most points based on our presentation, but Janus got that extra 20 points. So who will be today's winner? The person coming in 1st place got 58.27 points. Today's winner is... Today's winner is... Janus, congratulations!
Judges, studio audience, Bring It On app, bonus point, and the final score.
Janus, congratulations.
Thank you.
You will be going on to the next round. How will you come back?
Stronger, better. Maybe I prepare more. So I try to do best.
And Jane, you still have a second chance. You're not eliminated from the competition yet. So besides from the leg crossing, what pointers are you going to take from our judges for the next round?
Well, I'm gonna do exactly what he said, try not to move my legs too much. And yeah, I was a little bit nervous as well. So there was much more things I wanted to say, more like smoothly. I will try to do it better and better.
Okay, today was a great session. Why don't we give our 3 presenters a big round of applause? Survival presentation show, Bring It On. On each episode, 3 presenters will introduce and promote their home countries. Today was the last preliminary round, which means that starting next week, the real game begins. It's going to be a fierce battle of wills, skills, wits, and charms. Join us next week for a more competitive presentation showdown. Until we introduce all fascinating items around the world, we will continue to bring it on. I'll see you next week. Goodbye. Woo!